You've probably seen her on your For You page. A young woman in an orange jumpsuit, smirking and pointing at the camera in a courtroom. The clip went viral, with many calling her strangely captivating, even turning her into a meme. But the story behind that viral moment is far darker and more tragic than most people realize. This is the case of Isabella Guzman, the teenager who committed an unimaginable act against her own mother. What led to this horrifying crime, and why was she smiling in court? Let's unravel the disturbing truth. Isabella Guzman was 18 years old in the summer of 2013, living with her mother, 47-year-old Yunmi Hoy, and her stepfather, Ryan Hoy, in Aurora, Colorado. On the surface, they were a typical family, but underneath, tensions were boiling. Friends and family later reported that Isabella and her mother had a very strained relationship. Arguments were frequent and often intense. According to her stepfather, Isabella had become increasingly disrespectful and threatening towards her mother in the weeks leading up to the incident. Yunmi was growing fearful of her own daughter. She even received an email from Isabella that reportedly said, "You will pay." The day before the tragedy, Yunmi was so concerned that she called the police, asking them to come and talk to Isabella. An officer spoke with Isabella, warning her that her mother could legally evict her if her behavior didn't change. Isabella seemed to calm down, but it was just the quiet before a devastating storm. On the night of August 28, 2013, the peace of their suburban home was shattered forever. Ryan Hoy had just returned home from work. He ate dinner and then went downstairs to relax. A short while later, he heard a loud thumping sound coming from upstairs, followed by his wife calling his name. He rushed up the stairs towards the master bathroom, but the door was locked. Through the door, he could hear a struggle. He pounded on the door, yelling for Isabella to open it. Suddenly, the sound stopped. A moment later, Isabella emerged from the bathroom, holding a knife. She stared blankly at him before walking past him and leaving the house. Ryan pushed the bathroom door open and was met with a scene of absolute horror. His wife, Yunmi, was lying on the floor in a pool of blood. He immediately called 911, but it was too late. Paramedics arrived, but Yunmi Hoy was pronounced dead at the scene. The autopsy would later reveal a shocking level of violence. She had been stabbed 79 times, primarily in the face, neck, and torso. The brutality of the attack was almost incomprehensible. How could a daughter do this to her own mother?